Welcome back everyone, Conius here. Tonight we're flying from Jacksonville, Florida to Savanah, Georgia. I'm flying a Beechcraft King Air 350i. Our flight level will be 2,000 feet, which I've already set up inside for autopilot. Let's go ahead and reset the view, go back inside, and get started. Hear those engines working hard to get us up to speed. Seems like it's taking a while, but that's typical. Still trying to get the hang of having a perfect forward... Oh, game locked up for a second. Perfect forward trip when I'm taking off. Anyway, I think we're ready to lift off now. Let's get the landing gear up.
Continue for north departure. I will contact you next when you leave my airspace.
Alright, let's get those flaps up.
Jacksonville Tower KH3907, continue for north departure.
Alright, finally picking up some speed. We start turning north. Continuing to climb as we turn. We're actually already almost at our target altitude. So
Jacksonville Tower KH
start leveling off here a bit.
Frequency change.
Put the throttle down to middle point.
Jacksonville approach
Middle
KH3907 is type Beechcraft King Air 4 miles northeast of Jacksonville. Request flight following.
KH3907 Jacksonville approach. Squawk 1701.
Squawk 1701 KH3907.
Alright, just trying to get us in the right direction.
KH3907 radar contact 5 miles northeast of Jacksonville, 2,800 feet. Altimeter tree 0.12.
Got navigation enabled. I'm going to go ahead and turn autopilot on. Yaw
Jacksonville
damper.
approach KH3907.
Let it get us into
Request
a
clearance
perfect
to transition Charlie
heading.
airspace.
KH3907 Jacksonville approach. Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
Cleared through Charlie airspace KH3907.
Pulling back on the throttle a little bit. We're still climbing. I want to get back down a little lower so we can see the ground. As soon as we get back on course, I'll start descending.
KH3907, you're leaving my airspace. Resume on navigation. Contact Jacksonville approach on 127.0.
127.0 KH3907. Jacksonville approach KH3907 3,800 feet.
KH3907 Jacksonville approach, continue as planned. Altimeter tree 0.12.
Alright, so our pilot's still getting us on course. We're still climbing, so it's okay to be this up, this high up. I kind of wanted to stick lower to the ground just to have a better view of things. So I'll decide whether to stay at this altitude or drop down a bit after we correct our course here. Yeah, I think I would like to go down to 2,500 feet, as a matter of fact. So let's set that up here. Turning the knob and looking right here. Okay, we're still correcting, so I'm going to wait until that's been fully handled. Okay, I think we're close enough. I can start descending. Go ahead and turn flight level change on. And I'll have to pull back on throttle to give it some headroom. Alright, so we should be going to an altitude of 2,500 feet. I'm going to go ahead and go outside, grab the Xbox controller. It's a really pretty time of day. It's almost twilight. The local time should be, let's see, it's a little after 5 p.m. Still really like all those snaking waterways. Clouds hugging the lower altitudes look really nice. I'm going to reset the view. And why don't we take the drone out for a bit. Have yet to find a way to default that to something higher than 4%. I'd like to figure out if there's a way to do that. And for now I'll stay connected to the plane, just so we don't fall too far behind. I see what looks like another airport over here. I don't see an airport marker, so I don't know what which one it would be actually. Yeah, it's kind of hard to say. Whatever's next to St. Mary's. These waterways just look really pretty to me. I don't know if people actually use these with craft, maybe with those Everglades crafts or something. Thought I just heard some birds. Something kind of serene about that, slightly. Okay, so now we're over water. Kind of interesting how square this boundary of the water is over here. Although I guess that could just be from development, land development or something. Kind of an interesting angle too. What is that? 100 degrees or something? Or maybe I'm just seeing it funny because of optical effects. Yeah, I think that's what it was. That makes more sense. Makes me, it's so straight, it also makes me wonder if it's a data collision, satellite data collision of some kind. That's interesting. It's really starting to get dark. I guess, yeah, the sun's getting close to going down, not quite yet. Check on the plane. Okay, we could be going a lot faster. I think what happened was we reached our altitude and then no longer needed the ability to speed up by descending. So let's go ahead and set this at something reasonable. Wouldn't mind getting up to about 230, 235. wonder if I can see the sun. Can I push forward? That only goes up. Yeah, okay. So I probably can't do that. If I go over here, maybe, nope. Oh well. Oh, didn't mean to go there. I meant to do this. Actually, I think I can move over and then I can't actually look behind. Let's see. Okay, so the goal here is to see if I can see the sun, and looks like not. That's alright. Going back outside. Next, actually going to the drone. I'm going to go external. Oh, our speed's way too high. Let me pull back on the throttle. Put it at the middle point. Kind of in the danger zone there. Okay, meanwhile at the drone, we were some amount back. I think I'll just reset it though. Okay, not too far. It looks like maybe a private aviation plane or something. Jekyll Island. Oh, let's go check out Jekyll Island. So let's speed this thing back up.
Jacksonville Center, KH3907, 2,500 feet.
KH3907 Jacksonville Center, continue as planned. Altimeter 30.11.
I wonder if we could actually go intercept them. That'd be interesting. And I wonder if they could tell that we're here. I kind of doubt it, but here we go. Here's some other flight of some kind. Kind of lost track of it. There he is. That's funny. Interesting. But my point was to check out Jekyll Island, although I doubt there's anything that interesting here.
Generic 3 Charlie Lima traffic is 12 o'clock, 4 miles at 9,800 feet, Cirrus SR-22. Report them in sight. Cirrus 3 Sierra
Just gonna
Romeo
check on the
traffic
plane
is 12
quickly.
o'clock, 4 miles at 6,800 feet, generic. Report them
Okay,
in
we're
sight.
good. See another airport over there at McKinnon's. McKinnon St. Simons.
Cirrus 3 Sierra Romeo have the traffic.
These little islands are cute, and I'm noticing wave effects around them. That's interesting. It's a little subtle detail. Alright, well anyway, that's Jekyll Island. Doesn't seem particularly interesting. I don't know if this is supposed to be a golf course over here, maybe. Alright, well we'll check out McKinnon St. Simons. Again, these winding, snaking waterways are just amazing. Seems like it'd be fun to kind of go exploring them. Okay, so this must be some local
Generic
airport.
3905, contact Jacksonville Center on 120.85. Standby for generic tree 9er
Oops.
flight.
A little low to the ground there. I don't know how that came up. Must have hit something on the controller. I know I did not hit the start or back button. Okay, anyway, I'm going to go back to the plane. There we are. I mean, we're still at a pretty much the upper end of the speed range. Probably going a bit too fast, just for safety's sake. I'm going to pull back slightly on the throttle. Yeah, it's really starting to get dark. Wouldn't mind actually checking out the sunset at this point. Let's see, so I want not drone, but external. So I can swing around the plane easily. Yeah, there we go with the sunset. Not quite there yet. It might set by the time we land. Hope you like that little break. I'm going to reset the external view. Go back inside for a minute. A little quieter. Get into this, let's see, nice overview position. You can kind of see everything. I kind of like that view.
United 1222 to Jacksonville Center, continue as planned.
Still not quite sunset time. Getting there.
Contact Savanah approach on 120.4.
120.4 KH tree 9er7. Savanah approach KH tree 9er7 2,500 feet.
KH tree 9er7 Savanah approach, continue as planned. Altimeter tree 0.20.
Alright, I'm going to reset the view. Go out back outside. It'd be nice to try to catch the sunset. Oh, the controller shut off. I think I may have a rechargeable battery that's getting old here. Yeah, not quite sunset time yet. Probably won't be able to count this as an actual nighttime flight. But that's okay, I like the colors, it's very pretty. I'm glad it's a nice clear day. Clouds are kind of looking a little pink. We don't have much further to go. This will be a good altitude to enter the landing pattern. When we get to about 20 miles away, I'll start dropping speed. When we get to 10, the co-pilot will ask for landing clearance. That was a cool shot. There's a nice reflection here too, I kind of like. Let's see. One of these reflections, I guess, maybe. Not sure. Oh wow, that's that's actually kind of an amazing looking silhouette. See if I can get the sun rays in the propeller blades just right. Almost. It's hard to make micro maneuver, micro motions with the 360 controller. It's close enough.
132.925
Reset.
Approach KH3907 2,500 feet.
KH3907 approach continue as planned. Altimeter tree 0.20.
Try the drone some more. Let's see, I should be able to make the drone tether so that it acts more like the external camera, and then I get cleaner views of... That's it. Get cleaner views of sunsets and whatnot. Let's give that a shot. So first, I'll reset. No, it's still... Okay, I guess resetting turned that back off, so let's go turn that back on. Oh. Alright, this should tether now. Yep, there it goes. One drawback in this mode is you don't get to be able to zoom with the mouse wheel. But you can move forward and back, so that makes up for it. You notice I'm pivoting both vertically and horizontally as I move around. I stay locked on it. Gives us some very amazing looking visuals. I just think that looks so cool. Although I'm getting a little dizzy. Alright, well, woo! Okay. Sorry if anybody got a little seasick there. Okay, I feel like there was a view I was trying to create, and I don't know what that was, although this is pretty nice. Playing with the sun rays and the silhouette. In fact, that could be interesting to try to hide the sun and get the rays around it somewhere, if that's possible. Looks like you don't get the rays unless you can see the sun. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, you can really get some interesting shots with this follow mode because I'm just... It's very Hollywood, right? I'm just staying right on it as I move around. Very drone-like. Alright, let's get closer. Hear the Doppler having a little bit of, an effect on the sound. Doppler effect. Wow, that just looks amazing. At least to me. Okay, it's time to actually slow down here, so let me go back inside. And I'm going to pull back on the throttle quite substantially and start slowing down.
Landing here. Landing here.
I am going to take over from autopilot. As soon as we get in range, I will put the flaps down so we can slow down some more. Don't really want to change altitude too much, kind of stay in this range generally. Hodges Park. Tinkerbell must be a player. Okay, I don't want to lose altitude, really. Don't know where that landing pattern opening is going to be. So I'm going to nose up a little bit here. Okay, and now we can put the flaps down. Usually I do it part way and then put the rest of them down later, but I'm going to go ahead and just put them down now. It's going to slow us down pretty substantially, but it'll be okay. That's what we want, actually, but not too much. So I'm going to put the throttle back up at the halfway point. We're going to need that extra thrust to keep moving. And while I'm doing that, I'm having to push really hard on the stick because it wants to nose up. I'm going to actually nose down a little bit, try to get some speed back. We don't want to drop out of the sky while we're trying to land. Okay, well anyway, we're in good shape. We're not going too slow. Just slower than I normally go at this point, but that's fine. And that's a consequence of putting the flaps all the way down. It really made a huge impact.
397 Savanah Tower. Make straight and runway 1. Altimeter tree 0.07 went 267 at 14.
Okay, the altimeter was way off. Barometric pressure was way off. That's okay. Works to our advantage a little bit, I think. Oh, there we go. Let's head over there. A little slower than I normally go at this point. I think it's okay, but I'm going to just, for safety's sake, give it some more thrust. I really don't want to drop out of the sky, is what I mean, of course. So here we go, heading over to the landing entry. Okay, I've got the engines over stress. Let's pull back on that. Okay. Might have to change planes. Yeah, the landing entrance usually isn't this high up, but that's okay.
KH397 cleared to land runway 1. Wind 267 at 14.
Alright, so we're gonna turn in here.
Cleared to land runway 1 KH397.
Alright, so I'm going to try to hug the right side, keep my visual center down the whole pathway, all the way straight down to the runway. That's nice. Do need to slow down, however, so let's go ahead and drop the throttle. Still have trouble keeping a steady hand on the stick and using the other hand to change the throttle. it's just going to take practice. You know, the single passenger in a plane is not a problem, but if I was carrying people in the plane, that would not be pleasant. Their drinks would be spilling. Okay, if we can just maintain this course, then we're going to be fine. Just start slowing down a bit more towards the end. Alright, so we're almost there. Not really sure what that beeping was a few minutes ago, if you heard that. There didn't seem to be anything wrong. I think it may have been just an automated landing positional thing or something. Not sure. Not worried about it. Alright, so we're going to just try to hover here. I've got the throttle all the way down. We're almost at the stall point, but that's okay. Momentum should carry us forward, I think. Don't particularly like the angle I'm going, but that's alright. We'll make up for it. Okay, so I want to just hover as long as I can. As long as it's reasonable. Okay, let's set those wheels down. And let's set the front wheel down, hit the brakes, and get those flaps up. Okay, so my landings are getting a little better. It gets hard to stay straight sometimes. I need to get better on the rudder. Okay, here we can leave. Okay, I'm not sure why we're going so fast. I'd like to head over here if I can. Kind of missed the road a little bit. Yeah, I think I'll be changing planes when I get back to the hangar. I've probably done a little bit of damage to the engine and maybe the underside by hitting some stuff. Not sure. I didn't hear anything. It didn't seem too bad. Anyway, so now that we've done that, let's go ahead and park and contact ground for taxi to parking.
Savanah ground, KH3907, request taxi to parking.
Oh, he's doing it for us. Usually he doesn't.
KH3907 taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Alpha Golf.
Taxiway Alpha Golf, alrighty.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway Alpha Golf KH3907.
As if I know what that means. I mean, I guess it's just the name. You'll probably see in one of these markers. Yeah, the sun has gone down. We didn't actually get to see the sunset, but that's okay. I think what would happen while we were landing wasn't really a good time to look around, unless I, you know, turned it over to the co-pilot or something. And doing that doesn't really help you learn how to land, so I'm not tending to do that. It's funny though, my very first video from Buchanan Field in Concord, California to Moffett Field in Mountain View, California, I was a little overwhelmed by landing, and so I actually let the co-pilot land that episode. Felt kind of bad about it, but from that point on I've always landed the plane myself. And then at some point I switched from...
Position caution, other traffic.
Okay, other traffic. At one point I
Position KH3907.
switched from landing from the outside view to the cockpit view, which was really scary. And then especially doing that and landing at night was also very scary, but I've gotten used to it.
Roger, KH3907.
Obviously something, you know, when you're flying in real life would be pretty scary and would take some getting used to, because that's where you're, you know, the metal meets the ground, and the rubber meets the tarmac.
KH3907 hold, position caution, other traffic.
Other traffic, okay. I don't seem to be able to slow down
Position
quite.
KH3907.
Slamming on the brakes can't slow down quite fast enough. That's why you don't go that fast on the taxiways, I guess. We don't need the warning. Okay, I don't see anybody around. I don't know what we're waiting on.
KH3907 continue taxi.
Alright, will do.
Roger, KH3907.
One thing I never do is turn on my landing lights. I wonder if I should be doing that. Probably. I think I turned assistance off on those, and so maybe that's something I should start thinking about, especially if I'm landing at night. Landing and taxi lights. Ooh. Okay, again, I'm going too fast. Not thinking of this as an airplane. And you have to drive it like an airplane. Okay. Okay, got a dude this time, that's nice. Telling us to come forward and stop and not hit him, thank you. Parking brake on. Engines shut down initiated. I'm going to go outside and let's look around a little bit. Now that we've landed in Savanah. We're still locked on the plane, that's going to be a little bit of a problem. Alright, get rid of that, and oops, didn't do it. Alright. Yeah, so here we are in Savanah. The sun has gone down. It's got a very orange and pink sky. Not much to see really, just the airport, I guess. And it's probably just a generic and not something fancy. A lot of parked cars. Actually kind of curious at the detail of the modeling on the cars. With photogrammetry in full high def, they looked awful, but these look, you know, these look really nice actually. And we got to be able to go drive one off, right? GTA style. Okay, anyway, enough of this. Engines are off. Let's turn off the plane. Here. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.